king over you. I will bring you out from the peoples and gather you out of the countries where you are scattered. So he said he's going to do this with raft. So the scene don't ever change. See, people can't read this and pick this up. He says, with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm and with wrath poured out, I will bring you into the wilderness of the peoples, and there I will enter into judgment with you face to face, as I entered into judgment with your ancestors in the wilderness, in the land of Egypt. So I will enter into judgment with you, says Yahweh your Elohim. You see this? So he bringing us out. And in the KJV said, I shall bring you out the second time. Don't it say that in there? So you see what I'm saying? So this is letting you know this is the time of the end. So he already talking this same Egypt talk right here in Ezekiel chapter 33. As it got bad, Yah provided for Israel right there. And again, when it got bad for Israel, after that, you know what I mean? Because he saw that we was increasing in number in Goshen. Everybody lacking, we getting good vittles in us. We laying with our wives and having babies. See, my crew big. It's good. Yes, sir. That's what we did. And then when the cries came up to Yahweh, he brought us out. Where he brings? Huh? No, from Goshen. Where? To? In the wilderness. That was the first time. This is the second. It's prophetic. Watch what he say. Look. (37). He said, I will make you pass under the staff. KJV said, I will make you pass under the rod. And I will bring you within the bond of the covenant. You see this? Woo! You need to look that. You need to look that sentence up real closely. Verse 37. Look it up closely. He said, I'm gonna bring you into the bond. So understand what y'all is doing right here. This is why many gonna come knocking saying, the bond of the covenant is peculiar. It's specific. All right? Look what he says, verse 38. I will purge out the rebels among you. Remember he said, let the wheat grow at the tare? Come on, man. Y'all ain't paying attention. It's right there in the book. Ain't it in that book?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. It's in the book.
Yes, sir.
And he said he's going to do the separating. Well, here it is in Ezekiel. See, ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Ain't that heat, brother?
Yes, it is.
I will purge out the rebels among you and those who transgress against me. I will bring them out of the land where they reside as aliens. You see this? This is so powerful, man. But they shall not enter the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am Yahweh, your Elohim. See what I'm saying? So when we see that and we look, this is why we got to be reminded. This is why I wanted y'all to hear just the reading of this about Goshen and understand, because all of that whole era, that time from the time we went into Goshen and Yah showed us favor, we should have known then before we grew big and then they started beating our backs. And then when he brought us out with all of these signs and wonders, all these mighty sights, We should have really been dependent on when we knew that he fed us during the time of hunger. But that's how ungrateful we are. I got to go all the way back to KC and deal with some foolishness when I get back. You would think after that good word. Told you, people like standing in the doors hearing a good word, man. They like eating the bread. So, saints, I'm encouraging you all to know what it is, because we mixed that with Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33 through 38, so that you can hear this is the same talk.
Yep.
And that is us. That is our awaiting. That's what the hope. And we know, he said, they're going to separate the wheat from the tares, and it talks about the threshing floor. You know what I mean? That's going to be the time of the threshing floor. Right there, that rod. So you got to make sure your heart right. And you can't just say Straitway Goshen. I'm telling you. Because I know what it is. I'm praying for you, for this part of our family, here in the country, that favor y'all continue to be upon you. Because you, believe me, it's like I was telling Brother Dan this morning, me and Sister Gabby, we done had a hard time. I'll pay $1 million. Separate some of the foolishness I done seen. You think about it, we done had two women laying on Shabbat on the land. They fingers up in each other. You see what I'm saying? You think I want to be around that? Because I know this. I'm looking at this word. I know what it is. I know what y'all do. I know what the favor is. I done watched the favor be upon my house. We're going to finish this reading, and then I'm going to, we're just going to open it up, man. Just want to hear some thoughts. We got a few more verses. And have you share a little bit, Brother Dan. Oh, man. Hallelujah. Ain't it?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
All right. We're in verse 28, right? 27?
25?
We're in 25?
Yeah, you stopped at getting food for your little ones.
Okay. So we're in 25. And they said, you made us live, and we will find beauty in the eyes of my master, and we will exist as servants of Pharaoh. And yourself set her in place for a custom until this day concerning the ground of Mitzrayim for Pharaoh, for the 5th part. Only the ground of the administrators for themselves, and did not exist for Pharaoh. And Yisrael settled in the land of Mitzrayim, in the land of Goshen. And they were held in her. They reproduced, and they increased greatly. And Yaakov existed in the land of Mitzrayim 17 years. And the days of Yaakov, the years of his life, existed 147 years. And the days of Israel came near to die, and he called out to his son, Yosef. Now, this is the part that tripped me out right here. I want y'all to listen to this. And he said to him, please, if I have found beauty in your eyes, please set in place your hand under my midsection.
Yep.
And you will do by me kindness and truth. Please, you will not bury me in Mitzrayim. You see that? He said, place your hand under my midsection. Let's talk. What you think is going on?
Grab his nuts.
That's right.
Grab his nuts and swear by it.
Right. Daddy, on this family line.
Yep. Straight up.
You hear that? I can't imagine it. The more, come here, son. Like, Lord have mercy. You know what I mean?
Straight up. Balls ain't working,
Right.
bro.
That's it. But you know, but me and Sister Gabby was talking about this. He said, you know, because we started liking this to looking at like the when you brought your wife before the priest for for jealousy. See what I'm saying? And they would make her drink, that little deal there, man. And if she was cursed, then she would rot down there, rot near her leg down there. And it's like, so it's just like you sin. It's almost like, to me, it's not that he's swearing on Joseph by putting his hand on there, but it's just like continuing. Put your hands on here, and you understand that here's this family line from my loins.
Yeah.
Don't curse this family line. Do as I have asked you while I'm alive. See what I'm saying? So to put your hands where the family line started at is like, that's a strong covenant. Understand what I'm saying? It's just something to think about. It's wild, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
And I will lay down with my fathers and you, and you will lift me up from Mitzrayim, and you will bury me in the burial place. And he said, I will do like your words. And he said, be sworn to me. And he was sworn to him, and Yisrael bent himself down upon the head of the bed. All right, and that's it. So the last thing that happened is Yisrael was there. He saw his family live. He saw his family had the best. He saw the hand of Yah, even unto his death. You want to go back to that verse when he says, small and dysfunctional has my life been. See, he was meek and humble even unto the death. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I just look at all these little qualities. I ain't reading to get a good read, a good story. I'm like, y'all make us, mold us, shape us. You know what I'm saying? We used to have a song we used to sing back a long time. What's that? Make me, break me, mold me. Was it shake me? This is what it means to be free.
Bend me, make
Me,
mold
me,
break
me. Break me, yeah, break me, yeah. So this is what it means to be free. Now I remember, man, that song there is it. Because in order to become the new creature, in order to become who Yah is coming back for, Brother Daniel, man, we got to really prepare our minds and our hearts. And I just think, man, that for myself, for me, for my house, outside of all the saints that's fellowshipping in Kansas City, is that, we continue to always speak out, mean to cast forth, that we want to serve Yah harder. We want to serve Yah more. Is this it? Are we falling into some type of, relaxation? Even she was just saying it today. Woe to them that is at ease in Zion. Right? See, I don't want to be at ease. Because you don't know how this thing gonna come on people. But we can be thankful that we do know that Yah is able to deliver. Am I right? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Bro Dane, what's your thoughts?
I got a few of them. One, being as a man, and like you said, walking in such humility and such meekness that Jacob did in his life, towards the end, you see in the end, as a man having sons, and then I look at me having sons, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way as you having sons, being able to say, okay, we're going to live so righteous, so holy. Can you imagine the feeling? He's able to go to sleep at peace at that point, knowing that, you know what? I've seen my son through everything he's been through, you know, Potiphar's house, being locked up, then becoming second in command in Egypt. And I've seen him come out, and the treachery that his brothers has done to him, he's still able to restore his whole family. And not only that, I'm still going to go back to the land that everybody in the latter days is going to come back to. This is where Abraham went. This is where I am. And guess what? We all going to go back. Here it is. We thousands of years later, and we know that we're going to go back to that same land. That is just mind-blowing to me. And I can't imagine the satisfaction that he can have as a father to lay down and go to sleep at that point, you know, which is mind-blowing. The other thing that comes to my mind is what you read in Ezekiel. Because when you was reading it, I was, when you talk about the separation, wheat and tares, I was thinking about that potato patch. I was looking at it earlier when you saw me sitting there. And I'm looking at all them weeds with them potatoes. I know them potatoes are in there. But it's going to come a day, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to harvest it. And I'm going to separate it. And what came to my mind in Revelation was when he told the angel to get that sharp sickle. Right?
Yep.
And to go and do what? Because the earth is ripe.
Yeah.
It's ready to be harvested. And he going to, one swipe, he going to go down and get that and chop it up. But then he's going to do what? He's going to separate it. And that comes to my mind is because it's like, this is how important this thing is to live holy, live righteous, and just die to yourself every single day and get better every single day. You know, and just like you alluded to, and we talked about this morning, which I said we're going to do it wise, but we're going to run hard. We're going to run fast. And the saints around here know, we talk about it all the time. We didn't got them 30 years. The shepherd had. We don't have that. We got to be good. We got to be great, and we got to be that now.
Right.
You know, so those are some things that come to my mind, you know, just hearing this. It was one more, but it'll come to me here in a little bit.
Hallelujah, bro.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm you know, your mind, let me see, are we able to, one of the letters?
Turn around.
Yeah, it probably ain't since we got it started. But Sister Chris, I mean, you know, just you know, hearing the exhortation from Brother Daniel and hearing this, how do you feel about this, knowing that this gives us a peek into what's to come, and seeing how Yah strategically has placed you right now so that you also can be lined up for what's to come? What's your thoughts on that?
Shepherd, I was just saying it earlier today, and it's just been really heavy on me, is that it just seems like each time you come into the truth, you learn the way that we should go, and you're like, yes, you know, okay, I'm doing it.
Right.
But then it's a next step.
Oh, yes.
You know, and then, you know, you get around the saints and you're there for the feast and you're like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then it's a next step. You get on the community, you live with the saints, and a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to get on the community. I just got to get on the community, for those who even desire community.
Right.
But when you on a community, just like you just said, you know, the enemy can really work on you to have you to find a level of comfortability. Like, I'm here,
right.
You know, but then there's more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just more, and it just really, reading this, especially when you took us to that Ezekiel.
Chapter 20.
Yes, sir. How Brother Prophet Daniel just mentioned the wheat and the tares, and you just constantly have to, and like you talked to me about the other morning, it's just really been heavy on me, is you just really got to press in with the Most High, even the more so, even when you think that you kind of, that you're there, but you're not, you got to just continue to press in all the more so.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, and I can honestly say, man, I thank y'all, man, because I done seen a lot of stuff that Sister Chris that wanted to take me out. Year after year, it was something that wanted to come and cause your feet to fall, because the truth is, because the enemy know that his time is short. We say that all the time, and it almost become cliche, but truly, the enemy know his time is short. We are in that time now. We're in that time right now. And I was just thinking, I was thinking not too long ago, I said, man, how many times have I had something weigh so heavy on me that I had to just really sit still so that I don't do anything brash. I don't just move because I was uncomfortable with what the situation had brought. See, them the things that's gonna always come. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
See, you're gonna have the fellowship, you're gonna have the hanging out, you're gonna have the sisterhood, you're gonna have the brotherhood, you're gonna have the feast days, the jumping around. You're gonna have all of those things. Y'all get me? But what you better understand, what you are going to have also. Brother saying you're gonna have, even on this land, you're gonna have something that's gonna work on you so hard. It may be something that you want to elevate in. It may be something that you didn't want to elevate in and you get elevated in. It may be something that has become your responsibility. It's going to become a responsibility for a long time. But you got aspirations of doing something. I was talking to a brother about this the other day, because these some of the things that go on in community where you have desires and aspirations, but because you're in community, because you're in the ministry. This is what I said, because you're in the community and because you're in the ministry. See, all of us was something before we came here. Right? I remember I told Deacon was doing beats and sitting downstairs. I said, bro, you gotta just put that shit down, bro. You gotta handle this. And I knew, that's your thing. That's what you do. That was your baby. But I'm gonna tell you, because I know y'all got something else that's more than beats. And if y'all want you to do that, it's gonna come back around. But that be them things, brother Dan, that grip you. You understand what I'm saying? That cause you to no longer see this, what we read tonight. You see, when you grip, you can't see this no more. You don't see the goodness. You don't see the things that Yah has already designed. He already designed Israel. See, everybody ain't getting ready to die. I don't care how much COVID come on the earth. I said this during COVID. Listen, all the, you ain't getting ready to kill the 144.
No.
Y'all don't care what you bring on this earth.
Nope.
See what I'm saying? Neither shall the multitude die. So you can do whatever you want. So you just got to make sure you in there and keep it. You see what I'm saying? You got to make sure you in there and that you keep it. That nothing, absolutely nothing. Because the word say anything that can be shaken will be. So you got to make sure that ain't you. And these are things. Because, it's like, and I can give you example, just even on the conversation me and you had. I know what I want to do in life, bro. because I've been so patient for the longest time. You know, and I ain't saying, I don't know who else. I've been through some hell of a trials. I mean, just going back to some of my sons, they like ZZ, man, I was 4 years old. Brother Vest took me in the store to go see my dad. And when he took me in there, because he left before I was born. But they knew who he was. He said, man, that's your dad. Go say what's up to him. I went over there. He said, man, I ain't your dad. I said, wow. I never forgot that. Never. And you know, and I grew up with that rejection. I'm like, man, why in the hell is this? How is this my life? And for the longest, before I even got in deliverance, when I first started getting deliverance in the ministry, when we first got hold of it, that was one of the things I got set free of, rejection. Because it's just like, bro, and I can remember the things Satan used to minister, not just at that time, but all the way up. All the way up. You ministered, yeah. Nobody wants you. You ain't. See, that's why your dad left. You're a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying? But they ain't who y'all said.
That's right.
That's why, man, I'm telling you, to walk this walk, to be a shepherd in the ministry that I know that's doing the will of Yah, that I know. I don't know about other ministries. So if you come across this video and you say, well, just for you, because you in that ministry. I'm over here in this ministry serving Yah. Handle your business.
Straight like that.
I know we are striving, man, because I'm looking at the move of Yah that's taking place, man. This is why I'm in a hunger right now, saints. I'm telling you got to get in a hunger and a thirsting right now. You got to get in that. Boy, he been waking me up, man. I'm talking about he been getting me up. This was the old, I should be up like this. Sometimes I'd be up from 2 till 8. Rolling. Praying, reading, talking, asking questions. Do y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I ain't getting ready to miss. I ain't saying don't do it. I don't know what type of life you live. You probably can't do that. Meet the measure in which you was given. Don't just say, I'm going to start doing that. I guarantee you ain't going to do that. But I'm just telling you, at whatever measure, do it all. That whole full measure that he gave you. Do all of that first. So y'all can meet you at that. The point is, 2 Chronicles chapter 15, he says, I am diligently searching the earth, seeking for those who are seeking after me. So if he's searching the earth daily, like he said, then where you at? If you missing prayer, if you missing reading and asking questions, where you at? You missing your visitation. He probably gonna visit you at the 33rd time you got up in the morning. But the 32nd time you laid down. It could have been the 50th. But at 49, you fell short.
Jesus.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Y'all better look. It's all in this book, man. Y'all promise. Ain't no way the pages come together like this. Ain't no way we can read Genesis 47 and then look in Ezekiel. It's just like, I get chills. I'm just like, wow. He can do this for us. And the whole world sleep.
Yeah.
That's why I walk this earth with confidence. That's why I walk this earth, man, I feel it. And that's why I ask y'all for more and more boldness. You got to get stuff off, man. You got so that nothing, you be offended by nothing. No thing is going to hold you back. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Got anything else, Brother Dan?
No, sir.
All right. Bless y'all, saints.